Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode. Today, oh great, it's the Singapore Grand Prix, and I mean, just look at the conditions. I mean, we couldn't have really got off to a much of a worse start in terms of weather for this Grand Prix this weekend, but it's the way it is, and we have to stick with the wet weather conditions, and unfortunately, that's what the qualifying is going to be running. But anyway, let's get out on track then. There we go. Let's get out on track. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on exactly with the lighting. Doesn't look like any lights are on. Please don't say we're going out onto a completely dark track. That wouldn't be very easy. Oh, I thought we were for a second there. I was like, just, nah. Get out. There's no way. I'm probably just going to do one lap here. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to do more than one lap in these conditions. Absolutely horrible. I don't know. I don't remember Singapore ever raining like this. I could be wrong. I don't think Singapore would ever rain like this in real life. Maybe in a practice session, it rained a little bit, but never this much. This is obscure, to say the least. Last corner. Oh my goodness, we're really delicate on the throttle. This could be a bad qualifying result for us here. First corner. I mean, we could master it, but I highly doubt that. We're just going to take it cautious and try and just get around the lap. Oh my goodness, the car's sliding all over the place. It doesn't actually feel as bad as I thought it would, to be perfectly honest. It's handling a little bit better than I expected. That's not really saying too much because it's still not great. We haven't changed any of the setup here. We're just sort of running standard setup. I was a bit worried about anything major around Singapore, but it's actually handling quite well considering the conditions. So we'll just go with it for now. Powering away. Just lifting off through there. It's so weird going through on these conditions around this track. It just doesn't feel right one bit. We'll see what the lap time is in comparison to other people, but it feels like a pretty cautious lap, but actually not. I'd say it doesn't feel too bad, but then I'm going to see the lap times at the end and realise it was pretty damn bad. So you get a little bit sideways. Whoa. Bit of a frame rate drop there as Lewis Hamilton crossed the line. We'll see how our time compares to him. 1:19.2 was his split up here. We've just gone through that. 1.4 seconds off. As I said, it doesn't feel too bad. That isn't actually too bad for us, especially around a very un-Williamsy track. If that makes any sense. It's not a track where I'd say Williams are going to particularly do that well in real life either. We'll see, of course, but I doubt they'll do particularly well. Into the last sector. I'd be happy with we're in 2.5 seconds of Lewis Hamilton. It's probably not going to be that now. It's going to be tight, to say the least, but I don't think we're going to be within 2.5 seconds. Clobbering the curbs here in the wet conditions. You want to try and stay away from those. I've not learnt my lesson. See last sector. Maybe do something crazy around the last corner. Squirts on the throttle. 3.1 off. Anyway, we're on a quicker lap already out of the last corner. Should we see if we can go for another lap? Okay, we didn't get the track invalidated, so we'll continue with it. Very scruffy start. If this ended up being my qualifying lap, I would actually laugh because I don't know how it counts. But anyway, I really pray that these conditions are not going to be the same in the race. That would honestly be torturous to drive this track in these conditions for, what, 15 laps I think this race is. Wouldn't be too amused. On the brakes, turn it in. Pretty happy with that. Car feels actually not too bad. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna feel a lot worse than this. It has felt a lot worse this season, this car. And in conditions where it should not suit this car at all, we're doing okay. We normally do 2 laps, don't we, in quali? So let's see. Unless it's wet tyres, it shouldn't really degrade that much. Oh, look at our split. We've lost a lot of time on our split through here. We were 7 tenths up at one point there. Wow, we lost a lot of time. What? I've even gone slower. I was a bit too cautious into there. Oh, this would be quite funny. This, I suppose we locked up down here, so we shouldn't really go faster. once again. There, look at that. Instantly, nearly a second gained. Overall, though, it wasn't a very good lap. Oh, a little bit sideways again. Put the power on, come on. Don't want to hit the curbs too much. Considering, oh, that wasn't a good lap, but it's got us ahead of Stroll. Right, so I think we'll advance to the race now, but yeah, not the greatest lap. Let's see where that result takes us. Oh, loads of lag. What position is that then? Oh, it's P16, I think it says on the little menu there. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I didn't really expect much more. Oh, why the... Oh, look, it's glitched quali again. Haas in 4th and 5th. I mean, they could have had an amazing day, but that's kind of glitched. It's only... Stroll did finish behind me. So did Palmer, Verlo and Ericsson. Okay, Ricciardo P12, slightly out of position. To be fair, it's only sort of Ricciardo. Ricciardo and Bottas are the only two that you would say are out of position. The times are quite radical as well, but nonetheless, let's jump to the race. Hopefully it's not going to be another horrible rainy conditions race. We'll see. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I have enjoyed this season a whole lot. You're seeing this whilst I'm away, so hopefully you still enjoy the episode nonetheless. If you could remember to leave a like, that'd be massively appreciated. Of course, live streams will be back next week once I do get back from Italy, but I need to make sure that obviously I get some videos up whilst I'm away. And for some reason it's gone black screen here for me. I don't know what's happened here. Give me a second. It's a live recording, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening here with the game. I've gone black screen, which isn't too good. But yeah, exciting times ahead. Hopefully, hopefully we can personally go for a few more good results, and maybe, who knows, maybe we could get a few more podiums towards the end of the season. We don't really know. But anyway, I think we'll finally... Is it gonna... Come on. It's just the weird thing with this game. For some reason, some of the loading times are really, really long, and I have no idea why. I really have no idea why. I don't know whether it's just because I'm recording, that's slowing the whole thing down. My PC's just maybe a bit past it. But the loading times really are a bit slow. Alright, I think we're finally doing something. The sound has stopped of the loading times. Let's see. Anyway, looking forward to the race. I think we can make up some positions from where we started. And hopefully, maybe back into the points. Who knows? Probably quite unlikely, but to be back in the points would be good. Oh, finally. Good stuff. What happened there? Oh, we could probably still just about edge the rivalry. How do we lose? It really annoys me that we lose that much through one session, if that makes any sense. I think they have very high expectations because of my good results now and again. They have like, you suddenly you need to be winning every race, mate. That's what I should be doing. Anyway, race time here in Singapore. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it's a solid race. I mean, I feel personally we should aim for top 10, but don't be too surprised if we don't score points here today, because it's not really a track where I would say the Williams car excels. Anyway, let's get into it. Please don't let it be raining at all in this race. That would be ideal. Come on! What is this game doing? It's really not liking loading up around Singapore. Right, so I'm going to try the alternative strategy, super softs. Then go on to softs, sorry, super softs, and then to ultra softs on lap 8. Yeah, sounds good to me. Boss, let's go. Let's go. Most people around us are starting on the ultras. Oh, not a hold, long hold at all there. Slightly caught me unaware. Hulkenberg had a bad start there. We don't want to get involved in a first lap crash. Nearly with our teammate down the inside. Leave him on the exit. We got past him. Good stuff. Ricciardo's sort of mixed up in this battle. He's not going to enjoy that one bit. Oh, I had more grip turning in than I thought, so I had to turn out the corner. Should be some nice battles along the race, though. Should be some good battles. I think we are faster than a few of these guys. If we can sort of stay with them in the opening stint, maybe get a couple of overtakes in. That'd be good. Defend the inside line from Stroll. Just trying to wedge me around the outside. I can't completely shut the door because he's still there. Hulkenberg's trying to get past Alonso. Alonso's just dropping like a stone in this race. Hulkenberg down the inside. Is he going to get the move done? I think Alonso might be starting on the supers actually, from what I can see. Yeah, he is. So he's on the same strategy as us, but he's slowing us all up as a train here. Let's try a different line through this corner. Luckily Lance Stroll didn't try and go for a move down the inside there. Sainz, we haven't got the OP straight line speed that we've had in the previous few races, so we can't get past him that easily. The last couple of races we've done a pretty solid job of just flying past him in a straight line, but not today. It's a tricky part of the track here, you don't want to get this wrong one bit. The lucky thing is, these cars definitely suit my driving style better than the past, where I sort of throw it into corners I think a bit, and a lot of the times in the past it just didn't work, so I was throwing it into corners and I was either drifting out wide or turning in way too early. But this year's cars are pretty good. I enjoy driving them a lot. 155 opening lap. Look, the sector split between my car in front and car behind were exactly the same as I crossed the line. Right, we need to start getting past the Alonso car here. He's slowing everyone up. Hopefully Hulkenberg can get a good run down here. He should get past them. I mean, we all know the McLaren Honda's not that good in a straight line. Ooh, a bit of contact with the wall, that's going to slow us up a little bit, I'm sure. Got the greatest run through there. Come on, Hulk, go for it, mate. There he goes, down the inside. Should be an overtake. Should be a simple overtake as we've shifted down one too many gears there and got ourselves sideways. Oh no, he's still not got past him. It's still side by side. Alonso's doing me a favour here after I made my mistake. He's doing a good job of holding Hulkenberg and Sainz behind. Oh, it's a bad run from these cars. Oh, I thought we'd have a good run through there, but I accelerated a bit too early. Whoa, the car a bit loose on the acceleration there. Top 10 is our aim, according to the... Whoa, I did not expect that. A bit of contact there between us two. Whoa, Alonso so slow off the corner as well. Try and get past him. Okay, I don't know what that was. I was trying to avoid him, but he wasn't actually alongside when I thought he was alongside. Just a strange old line there. Apologies for that. That wasn't the greatest overtake in the world of Alonso, but we did the job, just about. Right, so we've got Hulkenberg, then we've got two cars squabbling over what, P11. Then I'm not sure what's ahead there.
Okay,
looks like there's a bit of a gap. But we should go into the ultra softs later in this race and we should be good. We should be faster. If we can try and keep up with Hulkenberg, that'd be good. Pulling away from our teammate, that's the most important thing. And he's on the ultra soft strategy as well. So we're on a super soft strategy. So I'd say we're in a pretty good position right now. DRS and Hulkenberg, not going to be close enough to get the overtake in, but it's going to give us a couple of extra 0.3 of a second. Ooh, a little bit too much speed going to the corner, we just about held it. Is this Van Dorn? I think Van Dorn's in front here. Solid job if that is Van Dorn in P12. Fair play. It looks like it's orange. We're catching up to them. I think it is, you know. We're struggling to keep up with them on the ultra soft rubber though. The Haas cars, like you can look on the minimap, you can see the big old queue that must be behind the two Haas cars. We might actually be able to catch them up, who knows. They're doing us a world of good by holding up everyone. I don't know, this is a strange race here. You feel like I don't have the pace I normally would, but I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying driving the cars. It is Van Dorn, fair play to the guy. I wonder if he's on... He might be on super soft tyres as well. If he's on super soft tyres, you can't rule out Van Dorn for points. Oh. He's been slightly bulked up, hasn't he, behind Van Dorn Hulkenberg here. I think that might be Ricciardo in front. I could be wrong, but I think that might be Ricciardo in front, so he's not really in our battle. There's another person that obviously sort of didn't qualify exactly where you'd expect. I'd expect us to have qualified a bit better, but our qualifying results have been very hit and miss this year. So I see Van Dorn being overtaken by two cars here. Hulkenberg's had to back off. He's had to shut his DRS. Bit of wheel banging there as Hulkenberg tries to edge me out. I want to try and commit myself to the corner. He squeezed me onto the curb, but he hasn't won this time. Some robust racing there with the Hulk, but we got through in the end. I think Van Dorn locked a brake up as well there. Or was that just smoke from the track? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I was just trying to avoid an accident there. Left the braking way too late. That lost me about a second. But we're doing a good job there, up to P13. Could be P12 soon. Van Dorn only just less than a second ahead here. We should be getting past him pretty easily, but we'll see, we'll see. Ricardo's not that far up the road and he's catching that big old group, which I assume are behind the Haas cars from fourth down. You can't really overtake that easily around this track, and especially if it's two Haas cars in a row, then they can just keep overtaking each other and staying in fourth position. I'm surprised with Van Dorn's pace, I'm not going to lie. It's not actually that slow. I mean, I think we're quicker, but you know what I mean, it's not that slow considering what car he's in. And considering Van Dorn's normally right down the back. P18, P19 is where normally Van Dorn is. Down the inside, DRS activated, good stuff. I thought that was going to be a crash there, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to try and shut the door on me, but no, he didn't. So it is Ricciardo, 4 seconds up the road, so we might be able to close that down actually. He's doing the alternative strategy as well. It's interesting. So it is someone to match ourselves up against here. We can compare our pace to him quite good. Got 2 laps of extra fuel as well. Got Malaysia up next, haven't we? Interesting track, tricky track. I'm not sure it's particularly a Williams track, but we'll see. Hopefully Van Dorn can hold up Hulk for a little bit, but through the middle sector the Williams car doesn't really do too well. As it's 90-degree corners, this sort of third sector is actually not too bad for us.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
Rain in 10 to 15 minutes. That could play perfectly into our strategy, you know. It might not. It might completely mess it up, but who knows? We might be able to fit it into our strategy. 10 to 15 minutes. At least it's not the whole race. I'll give you that. It's going to be it's probably going to be. We'll give it, you know, if we look on the side of caution, 15 minutes is going to be right near the end of the race here. 10 minutes though is going to be a problem for everyone, I think. Everyone's going to have to pit twice.
The gap to teammate is 4.3 seconds.
See, Stroll's only 4.3 behind.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
So in that case, maybe I should get on the ultra softs quicker. I don't know, it's a very tough strategy. So who knows, the rain might not actually fully come. So you want to obviously go the optimal strategy. It's a tricky situation we're in, lads. Tricky situation. Hulkenberg's finally been released by Van Dorn? I don't know. We haven't really lost too much time to Ricciardo either, so it's quite impressive to see. .8 seconds to him. Minor wear. Get out, mate. Get out. We don't want that. Whoa, a little bit sideways through there, but we've kept it in the right direction. Good stuff. Just there on ultra soft. So I think we've got a solid chance. We're gonna have to do some overtaking for sure, but I think we might be close into the pack that might have started on. I'm surprised that didn't give me damage, I'm not gonna lie. Depends how good the ultra softs are, to be honest. I'm not sure where, I haven't been looking at the mini-map, but I think Ricciardo might be quite close to. Yeah, I think Ricciardo actually pretty much caught the group of the Haas train. So people are going to start pitting in soon, I'm sure. I think 6 or 7 is probably the pit stop lap. Yeah, okay, so people are in the pit lane now, so people are going to come up behind me, but the rain at the end of the race is definitely going to throw it up. It's probably going to be Inters.
Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Lewis Hamilton coming out just in front. Oh, he's actually just driven into the side of me there. I mean, I don't care about him going past me because obviously we're not in the same race, but slightly annoying. He just sort of, I don't know, maybe I didn't give enough space, I don't know. I'm just not going to change my line. If he wants to get past, he's going to have to get past by overtaking me.
Looking at some gearbox wear, try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
Gearbox wear, it's not what we like to hear. Number of shifts to a minimum. You picked a great old track for that to be a problem, didn't you, mate? Probably destroying Hamilton's race, but I don't really care. He lost me a few seconds. You know, I'm not going to change my line basically. So if he gets past through overtaking, fine.
Okay, car
Don't
behind is
really
now
care.
running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car behind.
We haven't really lost too much to Ricciardo. It's like, is it going to be enough to get into the points though? Team want top 10, so it's going to be a tough ask. When is our pit window again? 8 to 14. It was 8, wasn't it? It was lap 8, so it'll be next lap we're pitting in. Not sure if Hamilton was leading or who was leading. Might get some more quick cars coming up behind us. I'm surprised we don't have any retirements here today, I'm not going to lie.
Pit window is open. The pit window is open.
Okay, so pit window's open. Sort of keep matching Ricciardo, which is pretty good. Stroll's in the pit lane.
Lance is in the pits.
I'm assuming Lewis is going to get past me in a straight line here, to be honest. Oh, if I'd started on the soft tyres, I could have done a one-stop race. Possibly. I don't know, can you check the weather? I'm assuming you can. I don't know, we're actually catching Ricciardo. So as it was the first sector, not the best true representation. Probably by the third sector we'll see, but then obviously we'll be in the pit lane, so... He'll probably be coming in this lap as well, though. I think this will be a decent strategy, we'll see. I don't know whether we'll close up to Ricciardo, but we should come out in probably P13. I don't know, we'll see. Depends if other cars have issues, I guess, or how good our pit stop and out lap is. Through the hairpin. I think Lewis is alright, he's got a massive lead on anyone else. To be fair, we're like racing legitimately and he hasn't really been that close.
To pit this lap.
Oh, we lost a bit of time to Ricciardo there though. Through the middle sector. That was to be expected. I think we've driven pretty sensibly considering there's a Mercedes right up behind us. I think it shows around here, if your car isn't that much quicker, you can't really find a way past. So you're struggling. Right, accelerate away, boy. Oh no, no, no. Damn it.
The gap behind us is
Oh, wait.
5.7 seconds.
Please don't say damage on front wing. Quite banter if I did actually. Good, they're not changing my front wing. I was like, ah.
Complete, go now.
It's a strange race, I'm not really sure who's winning it.
Look after
Come
these
out in
tyres
P13.
now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Ricciardo's just been overtaken by Kvyat, so they're in a battle. They're in a close battle there. And we've come out quite a bit ahead of Hulkenberg, which is good. That means that we can get our head down and start really attacking the cars in front. Rich fuel mixture, 1.6 laps, extra fuel, good stuff. .4 seconds. I think we can close that down. I'm pretty sure that group goes into the points, so then we can see what happens there. I wonder if anyone else has yet to pit as well, though. That could be something interesting. I think everyone has pitted though. Oh, of course, we've got rain. We've got rain coming, haven't we? We have to ask Jeff about that in a second when we get to a straight. Jeff, what's the weather report?
Rain is imminent. Rain is imminent. Be careful out there.
Imminent. Great. Could have stayed out there. Oh damn it, I should have actually come in for Ultrasoft a bit sooner then, shouldn't I really? But I suppose I was just like, just in case the rain doesn't come so early. Nah, we'll just keep going for it and see what we can do. The gap's coming down because obviously he's stuck up behind everyone. Oh, I think we might do alright in the wet conditions as well. Depends how wet they get. If it's full wet or inters, I don't know. This could be the first race we're legitimately out of the points though. The other races I think we've had like silly problems or a big mistake. But this one just at the pace of the top teams. Van Dorn, oh yeah, he's to pit, so we'll be up to P12. 4.5 to Ricardo, so he's definitely getting held up behind. I think it was Kvyat who was in front of him. So how many laps of rain are we going to get? That's the big question. Better switch to Inters ready. Oh, I can see a car. Is that Ricardo slowing down? He's dropped off the back of someone by the look of it. Ricardo's not that close to someone. Oh no, he is actually.
Okay, gap ahead is
Purple.
3.6
Purple first sector,
seconds.
boys. So he has got past Kvyat now, finally. Bit of a switcheroo, and the rain is coming. Rain is coming, lads! Next up is DK26, my man. Is it wet enough for wet conditions though? This is on previous games you had no idea when the best time to pit was because the game really didn't tell you when to. You just had to judge it against the AI really, which was a sad thing. Well, we should get past Kvyat. Ricardo probably a bit too quick for us, but the Haas cars are somewhere in front of us and I know they're not that quick. These are people who have to double stack. We'll definitely gain some time out of that. Are people pitting? Doesn't look like it. Weather.
We'll see light rain transition into heavy within 15 minutes time.
Okay, so it's going to be light rain. It's going to be intermediates. At some point here, we just got to call it right. That was me turning in too early. Expecting there to be much less grip than there actually was. Didn't gain on Kvyat too much through the middle sector, and seeing Daniel Ricciardo get away isn't too good. We caught them a lot in the first sector last time.
15 minutes time. 15 minutes.
Things like I just have to judge it against the AI really. I can't really do anything different. That's the annoying thing about Codemasters game. It's so hard to tell from track grip because I'm driving around like it's basically dry. I'm driving around like it's basically dry right now. A little bit concerned that I'm not catching Kvyat quicker, to be honest. We caught him at a massive rate, and now it's sort of slowed down a bit too much for my liking.
To the car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Maybe he's coming into his own in the wet conditions or slightly damp conditions. This is definitely not intermediate weather though. It's definitely not intermediate weather. And then you get to the point, is it worth coming in? It's going to be really interesting to see. Is anyone going to gamble on it? Surely if you're like Sauber or McLaren, you've got to just gamble on it. I've got the intermediate tyres ready there in my pit box for something to happen. I'm not going to double stack either, which some teams in front will.
We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can
Second
use
from
DRS to pass
DK.
it.
DRS, is it still enabled? Surprising. I suppose it is technically still a dry track by the feel of it. I'm not really sliding about any more than I did in the dry, which is confusing. Powering away, come on. We need to get past him here.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
Aggressive,
Drop
but
down to
needed.
next too soon.
See, I haven't really had that loss of grip yet. I mean, I'll probably have it any second now because of that, me saying that, but I haven't had any of like the massive slide or whatever, which is normally a good indication that you should switch to inters. Or like just not being able to slow down. I don't know, it's very weird, very weird. Like in real life, I would, at this stage I would definitely be thinking about inters. If not, I'd already had them on, but in the game it's very odd to see.
Okay, even though we're seeing cars struggle in these conditions, if we pit for inters now, we're going to be too slow and we'll burn them out. Make the best of it for the time being.
Okay, so saying stay out. It's very tempting to pit. But it's so, like, so in the middle. It's so in the middle.
Some information on Hulkenberg. They seem to have an issue.
Hulkenberg's got an issue. We're catching up to Ricardo. Oh. See, I feel like we're sliding like crazy now. And at that point, it's going to be like, there's only going to be 2 laps to go. Or maybe I should have...
3 laps.
I probably should have pitted there. I feel like some cars are going to get the jump on me now. I think that was the time to pit. I don't know, it's so weird. It's like, you should definitely be in for inters right now. We're definitely struggling now though. No one else is pitting. At the end of this lap we might as well just pit if we're nowhere near Ricardo, because we're not in the points anyway. Thing is, you know, if you come out on inters, they'll just... Because the game doesn't think it's wet enough, it means that you instantly won't... It won't let you like get any better, basically.
Up to the car behind is 2.5 seconds.
Right, we're pitting this lap. Pit this lap.
Our best lap so far
No.
is a 1 minute 45.2.
Box now.
Confirmed we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Oh, somebody came in. Some clever clogs have pitted already. I should have pitted when I thought it. I should have used my initiative there and not just waited for the game to tell me. We're struggling here. How is the AI like on rails still? There's no way that you'd be going around at this sort of speed. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't look visually any wetter than it did in the past. So this is... Oh wait, could be at mate. What do you expect me to do? Just crashed into the side of me. Right, none of the top guys are pitting. I might as well at this stage just pit because I'm not in the points. I think it might as well. We might as well try something different. Great. What a perfect pit lane entry.
Okay, some information on Magnussen. They have some kind of mechanical problem. Go, go, go.
So DRS disabled. Might have just done a perfect trick. Who knows? It's such a long pit lane here. Maybe I haven't. We'll see. If people decide to pit at the end of this lap, that's just silly. But it's worth the risk in my opinion. It's just whether it's like driving a bus now. Because the game doesn't think it's wet enough, for example. If the game doesn't think it's wet enough, it won't physically allow you to go faster.
DRS has been disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline.
And we'll see whether we catch Palmer at a crazy rate.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
8 seconds to Palmer, wow. We need to find some time. Like, we weren't going to get points anyway. I know people are going to probably comment saying I should have stayed out there, but 1 point is going to make a massive difference, I guess, but risking it with a different strategy could really help us out, we'll see. The only problem with here in Singapore is it's such a long pit lane, so slow. It might not have been the right thing to do at this track, if that makes any sense. Was it 7 seconds to Palmer? We'll see what the gap is at the end of the straight. Well, I can see him. 3 seconds in one sector. I mean, I still don't know. Is it going to be enough? Probably not. Still not going to like override what the deficit was by pitting. Unless they pit now, which would just be silly. I'm still making mistakes even on these tyres. Unless it gets significantly wetter. I mean, it said it was going to get wetter, so who knows if they're going to struggle even more. There's a yellow flag. Is that turn 1? Can't tell. Yeah, I think it is.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the
I mean, it's
race.
definitely the best tyre to be on right now. It's just maybe it wasn't the right idea to pit because Kvyat's out of this race. Oh, get out! Penalty for that. I suppose I did just cut the corner actually. Whatever. Flashbacks are there for a reason. Well, I finished behind Lance Stroll, that isn't too good. But yeah, Kvyat was behind us anyway, so it didn't really make much of a difference.
Our gap behind is 13.8 seconds.
Whoa, Julian! You serious? You actually serious? Let's have a look at that. I had a nose down the inside and he just chopped me off like I wasn't even there. I'm sorry, whose fault is that? Like, I mean, you can probably blame me, but I thought I left him room there. I'll tell you what, I don't like using flashbacks, but we'll back off and just let him have it. And we'll get him in the brakes. See you later. How are they still going around on these tyres? It's quite funny. As long as we beat my teammate, I'll be happy. It's just there. Well, maybe with a few more laps it would have been the better call, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it is the best call. Even though you'd say they wouldn't even be able to drive in these conditions. Though they are going quite slow, to be fair. I don't know. Hamilton's won, even after getting stuck up behind me. There we go, past Stroll. Can we get Sainz? He's quite far ahead. When we risked it, we tried a different strategy. We're only technically going to lose one place out of it. Because Kvyat retired. So many fireworks. Great, lost 6th gear at the checkered flag. Well, nearly went into the wall. But anyway, P12. It's a nice comeback through the field. I'll get out. Mate, you gave me a terrible car. That's the reason why I was doing badly. You know it. Well, that was it for the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Apologies, it wasn't the greatest race in the world in terms of result, but I think it was a good comeback through the field. Hamilton won. Let's have a look at the standings. Oh, damn it. I mean, Ricardo got past Magnussen, but I don't know, I was really struggling. I was about 6 seconds behind Ricardo, so I don't think I wouldn't have got Magnussen. It was worth the risk, but it unfortunately didn't pay off. There's the driver standing, guys. Still on 99 points. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Have an epic day, and I will see you guys around for the next Grand Prix. Goodbye.